Alright, so I've been doing all these videos on stuff like stacking thirds, what I did yesterday, among other, music theory-ish stuff. Not sure if you can see that, might be something, but anyway, those are the notes from the video I did yesterday on music theory, and I've been doing a lot of sort of music theory-ish type stuff on my channel, and I feel compelled to make this video today to sort of explain myself, because after all, this is Guitar from the Heart and it's all about playing the guitar, but yet there's a lot of music theory content. I mean, obviously music theory is important for any musician to understand, and it's necessary in order for us to be competent at what we do. And I like to include just enough of it to do what you got to do on the instrument, Now here's the thing. When you play the guitar, your fingers, these guys, you need to know what they're doing. And I made another video on this about familiarity leading to dexterity. You could check that out after this if you want, where I'm pretty much talking about a similar thing. But today I'm coming from the music theory angle because of the whole music theory stuff that I'm mentioning. Your fingers, they need directions. What do I mean? Your fingers, look, they're great. They can do a lot of stuff, but they don't just come, they don't just come out of the package knowing what to do, knowing how to play a guitar, knowing how to play an instrument. They have to be programmed, okay? You need to be the direction giver. Now, you can learn how to program your fingers in different ways. You can learn it by memorizing scales, which is challenging. Yes, I'm going to learn my notes today and become an awesome guitar player. Let's see. What? Maybe this isn't for me. Here you go. You can do it with the rote memorization method, and it's challenging. Another method is to understand the musical language enough to be able to figure out for yourself where your fingers have to go. Now, I find after playing for nearly 20 years now that when you know what you're doing as a musician and you understand what it is that you're playing and why your fingers go where they go, your fingers tend to obey you a lot better, okay? It's the best way I could put it. Like, you're telling your fingers what to do. If you understand why your fingers are going to a certain place, your fingers are just gonna obey you better. It's like when we were kids, right? And our parents are like, don't touch the stove because and they didn't even explain, like, I don't know. If you grew up when I was growing up, a little more old school, my father was just like, don't touch that. And he didn't explain why. And of course, I went and I touched the stove and I got burnt and I understood why, right? So sometimes when we're kids, we don't really quite listen to our parents and do what they say just because they tell us so. But we have to learn the hard way. Our fingers are similar. With time, they'll eventually go where they have to, and they'll do what they have to get the music out. But if they understand why they're doing what they're doing, they'll do it a lot easier. It'll come along more smoothly. I find when you understand what you're doing, your fingers will go where they have to go easier, because it's not just don't touch that stove, they understand why they're not touching that stove, if you will, if you get my analogy. Your fingers need directions. If you understand the theory and you understand the whys and the how-tos, and you can figure out for yourself why your finger goes somewhere, your finger's gonna obey you a lot easier, and you're gonna be able to be a more effective player. And all those crazy dots, when you pull up the chord diagrams, they make a lot more sense too, and you'll be able to memorize them a lot better. I'm all for pattern memorization, and especially in playing context, there are times where you just want to like whip out the pentatonic scale, a shape, and you go to that shape because right at the moment you don't want to be thinking about something, or you might not be advanced enough in a certain topic to be able to just analyze it on the spot. So you have to rely on a shape when you're on stage or whatever. It's very good to study and to understand why those shapes are the way they are. It'll help you to be able to program these guys better, and you could become an awesome guitar player that has something to share that somebody else wants to listen to, and you could get some stuff off your chest. So anyway, that's why I do a lot of theory on this channel. This is not a theory channel, but it's a channel that does theory because theory is necessary in order for, among many other things, for you to be able to program your fingers better, but also just to be able to speak the musical language and understand what you're doing, to be able to eventually be able to be empowered to write your own stuff so you could communicate the message that you might have on your heart as a player that you want to share. That's my explanation for why Guitar from the Heart has these drawing videos and all of this. That's all I gotta say for now. Take care. I'll see you next time. Remember to play the guitar from your heart and have fun with that. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, like, comment. Let me know if this impacted you in any way or if it made something click. I would really appreciate it, okay? Because a lot of this stuff, it's stuff that took forever to click in my life, and before I matured as a player, and it just clicked to me. It took a long time. But anyway, see you next time.